I want to introduce our next guest with this. We've got a new poll. It's from the Wall Street Journal, NBC. 51% of the people believe the media is too tough on President Trump. Too tough, they say. 40% say the country is headed in the right direction. That's up from 33% who felt that way in December and only 18% who felt that way in July of last year. Come on in, please. Bob Wright, former chair and CEO of NBC Universal. Why isn't the media reporting on this huge story, the Trump rally, the return of wealth to our society, $3 trillion worth of wealth created? Why is it that the media just will not cover this, Bob?
Because they're so busy covering the Russian issue.
Well, that's not much of an excuse, is it? I mean, look, all morning long,
now,
Bob.
I think you have to, Stuart, the president is 6-0 versus the media, and that's taking a toll on them. I think perhaps he could declare a victory since he's won all the battles up to this point in time.
But look, I mean, you can't say that the media is doing its job here. Look, I got the Sunday New York Times business section right here. It came out yesterday. There isn't a word in it about the $3 trillion that's been created on the stock market since the election of President Trump. There isn't a word in it about the return of optimism. There isn't a word in it about signs of growth in the economy, which we are already seeing. The media won't touch it. I don't think they're doing their job.
Well, they're still covering the election, which is obviously has long since passed. And they're still harboring all of the issues about who got the most votes and whether we're going to have a collapse with Obamacare. And we just can't seem to get past those in terms of media coverage. And I agree with you, but the president, this has not worked to his disadvantage.
Okay. I do want to turn to something which actually is a great deal more important than whether the media covers the Trump rally or not, and that is pancreatic cancer. I know, Bob, that you work very much in this area. You've organized and founded an organization that fights pancreatic cancer, and I believe you are talking to the administration about legislation on pancreatic cancer. Can you tell us more about that, sir?
I will be in Washington tomorrow. This is my manual. I will be meeting with the key senators and the new Secretary of Health and Human Services, Price, and I will be seeing President Trump tomorrow night. I have the pleasure of seeing him in the Capitol as he gives his congressional report. The issue here is really straightforward. Pancreatic cancer is a disgrace, and it is killing 50-some-odd thousand people a year. It's an emergency, and it just has to be treated as an emergency. It's not impossible to solve this problem, but it has to get solved. And it's the only cancer, only major cancer that's in a state like this where 91% of the people that get diagnosed die within a couple of years. That is just unacceptable.
It is
and that's
a death
going
sentence.
on.
Yeah.
It's gone on for 50 years, unabated.
Okay. Bob,
so I think I have a very good case.
Yes, sir, you do have a good case, and that is a very important subject. And we wish you well in your mission to Washington. Let's see what we can do about this. Bob Wright?
Now, I just want to say, Stuart,
yep.
Stuart, don't you think we should just be focused on immigration and Obamacare and put taxes off into 2020. What do you think about that?
You've been watching this program. Bob Wright, you did your homework, you watched the show, you know that I've been pounding the table for a tax cut.
You are the most outspoken person on television talking about tax reform, so congratulations.
What? But look, no, I am that way. You're right. I've been pounding the table, not because I want a tax cut or you need a tax or anybody else in this room or this country. That's not the point. If we don't get a tax cut, we do not return to prosperity. There is no other way that I can think of growing the economy. Can you?
Well, we have, you know, in prior administrations, we have had tax cuts put into place pretty much in the first year So hopefully that it's going to continue. I saw the interviews with the Secretary of Treasury. Those are very promising. I was very impressed with his interviews. I was very impressed with the fact he said something like, I have 100 really great people in my office working on tax reform.
You used to run NBC. What happened to you?
That's right.
I mean, this is incredible. You're a welcome guest on this program, and we're very glad that you did the homework. And I'll pound the table again. To return to prosperity, we need tax cuts. Bob Wright, everyone, a good man, and that too.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.